Nirupama ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, as the president of SRBS, on behalf of SRBS, myself, Dr. Adarsh Pandey, welcomes Dr. Garima Singh from Mizoram, assistant professor of botany. She is from Mizoram for today's lecture. Now I invite Dr. Nirupama Dalakuti ma'am to please introduce our speaker and start the official welcome. Thank you.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all on the fourth day of invited lecture series on Biological Science 2020. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our eminent speaker for today's session, Dr. Garima Singh, Assistant Professor in Pachunga University College, Mizoram. Dr. Singh has completed her doctorate in 2018 from Mizoram University, India, in plant sciences. Dr. Garima Singh has worked on the pharmaceutical potential of selected traditional medicinal plants collected from Northeast India. Dr. Singh has 6 years of research experience and has published several research papers in national and international journals having high impact factor like Scientific Reports, BMC Complementary, and Alternative Medicine, Florentines in Plant Science, etc. Dr. Garima Singh has edited various books with international publishers. Dr. Singh has been awarded for her work by several agencies while presenting her research work in India and abroad. Dr. Garima Singh has attended various national and international conferences and she is member of various reputed scientific bodies. We are very privileged to have you on this lecture series. Now I would like request Dr. Singh to present her lecture. Over to you, ma'am, please.
Thank you, Madam Nirupama. Very good morning to all of you. I hope that you all are staying very safe and taking all the preventive measures that should be taken during this COVID, right? So today I'm going to present my research work, one of the topic. It is the location effect on bioactive potential and chemical composition of some plants. So first, there is a question: why do each and every researcher, I mean related to life science only, why they want to prefer research in some plants? I mean, lots of pharmaceutical companies, they also want to do work with the plants, isolation of the medicinal plant. So lots of research is going on, and in the first lecture of this series was presented by Dr. Sunita Verma. She also gave, I mean, lots of importance of medicinal plant, and she gave the example of medicinal plant. So the answer is because the medicinal plants, what they do, they synthesize their own compounds. First, they synthesize their compounds for plant growth, development, and even for the reproduction that is required for their reproduction. And the other thing is that they also synthesize some compounds that are required for the defense, their own defense, and to maintain the biotic and abiotic stress. And we human, we are so selfish, we take all beneficial things from others. So that's why we want to isolate and we want to detect some compounds that are beneficial to us, because there is a reason. Some allopathic medicines, just like the medicines for cancer treatment, they do some side effect like nausea, even the hair fall, and other things are there. And we think that the compounds that will be isolated from plants, they will be having very less side effect. They will not be having toxins, or they will be more beneficial rather than creating more problems. And in Sunita Verma's lecture, she was saying that we have to take very less amount of the plants. The reason is that because the plants has, composition of various compounds. There may be some compounds that may be beneficial, more of the compounds are very beneficial to our health, but they are maybe very less quantity may be present in that plants that is harmful to us. That's why we have to take very less amount, right? Like juice or kada, whatever we have to take in a small amount. So this is the reason why we are very much concerned about isolation of pharmaceutical compounds from the plants, and that's why I also did my research, isolation of compounds and detection of bioactive potential from the medicinal plant that are active against cancer. I mean, we can cure the cancer, various type of cancers. So what happened? This was when I was doing research, the idea came that, see, plants are having bioactive compounds, but the plants that are growing, one plant, same plant that is growing in UP and the same plant that is growing in Himalaya, the composition will be different. Their chemical composition and even the nature will be different, because the environment affect the nature of the plant, and even rainfall also, and the extent of sunlight. These also affect the chemical composition and the potential of bioactive potential of the plant. That's why I choose this topic, location effect on the bioactive potential and chemical composition of the some plants. Here I choose two medicinal plant. One was Mecania macrantha and other was Azeratum conjugates. These two plants in Mizoram, people are using for, I mean, treatment of cancer with by using some other composition of other plants, and by making some various means. Okay, so I choose these two plants, and here I choose two different locations that is having some altitudinal variation. That both are reserve forest, Tampa Tiger Reserve and other was Moorland National Park. Both are reserve forest. So here I choose these two plants and differentiated that really there is any potential bioactive potential difference, that they are active. The two plants that are collected from two different sites, they are really different in any type. They are showing different activity, or the compound that I tried to detect by HPLC and GCMS, if there is really any difference in those plant extract. So here is the introduction. We all know, and even Dr. Sumita Verma also said that India has a long history and a strong base for Ayurveda. We are having our own very traditional herbal medicine system. And the reality is that each and every locality, each and every community, they are having different knowledge on the basis of the plant, availability of the plant that are there. So that's why some plants we know about them, while the other people are using, we don't know about that. So that's why each and everyone is having their own traditional medicine system. Mizoram is having lots of plant because it is very what we can say, biodiversity rich area, and plant, they are natural reservoir of pharmacologically active biochemical constituent, and these chemical constituents of these plants, they lead to the, I mean, they give the plants to plant properties to fight against, in sense of, I mean, in human, that we choose, yeah, this plant is for this plant is very much effective against this disease. So there are some compounds that are beneficial to our health. So here, Azeratum holostonium and Mecania macrantha, they are used for the treatment of various cancer and ulcer in mesofolk medicine. So objective was to collect the plants, to check the bioactivity of the plant and differentiate how two location plant are different in their bioactivity, and how the two plants collected from two locations, they are different in their chemical composition. So workflow was collected plant from two plant location, and preparation of plant extract, crude extract, and by doing the bioactivity screening and the cytotoxic screening, and I will see various bioactivities and the compound detection. Preparation of plant crude extract is done by plant rotary evaporator, and the plant crude extract was, we still have the plant extract because for the activity we need very less amount of plant. So we store them after making the plant extract. We keep the plant extract in minus 40 degree or at 4 degree or sometime minus 20 degree also to preserve. So phytochemical profiling I did by determining total phenolic content and total flavonoid content by using various protocols as per there. Antioxidant activity, or we can say free radical scavenging activity, was determined by using DPPH free radical scavenging assay and ABTS free radical cation assay as per the protocols. Cytotoxic active, for the determination of cytotoxic activity, I chose 4 cell lines, yeah, and primary I use. Okay, I'll tell this later. MTT cytotoxicity was determined by using MTT reduction assay as per Mossman et al. And then the other thing was quantification of phenolic compound by using UPLC. This we did from the help of CSIR CDRI, and volatile compound determination we did by using GCMS. So here is the result. As we can see here, the compound that were the plants that were chosen from Moorland National Park. Here this MNP, this is showing plant from Moorland National Park, and the other one is Dampa Tiger Reserve. So here we can see that total phenolic content and total flavonoid content, both quantity are more in Moorland National Park variety, while this is also very high, but Dampa Tiger Reserve is slightly lower in altitude, and difference is there. So it is very high in Moorland National Park. Even in, say, similarly in Mecania micrantha also, the plant collected from Moorland National Park, they are showing high total phenolic content and total flavonoid content compared to Dampa Tiger Reserve plants. Similarly, in antioxidant assay, the plant variety from Moorland National Park is Ratum hostonium. The DPPH activity is high. And in Mecania micrantha also, see here in DPPH activity means the lesser amount is required. The lesser amount is required to scavenge the free radicals. Here we can see the lesser amount is from Dampa Tiger Reserve, whereas even the ABTS activity, this is good in Moorland National Park. And Mecania micrantha, both ABTS and DPPH is showing good activity from Moorland National Park. Cytotoxic activity, it was very good from the Moorland National Park variety in both the plants, in as Ratum hostonianum and Mecania micrantha also. Any question if you want to ask here, because this cytotoxic activity I am going further because of the time restraint. I don't want to. If you have question, please you can unmute your mic and you can ask. Here phenolic compound detection in MNP location. Compounds were more. In MNP location, we can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Around 20 plants, 20 compounds were found in MNP location, whereas in DTR it was less. And this is the chromatogram of the compounds. And this is showing the chromatogram of standards, while this is the our plant extract, showing the various compounds present in the plant extract. Here we can see Mecania micrantha. Here also compounds are more in MNP location compared to Dumbar Tiger Reserve. And this is the peak chromatogram of the standard compound found in the plant extract compared to the standard. This is here also we can see this table is showing the volatile compounds found in Azeritum houstonianum from MNP location. See, here are 7 compounds, whereas in DTR location only 2 compounds are present. Similarly, in Mecania micrantha also, MNP location plant extract, it showed 6 compounds, whereas in DTR location only 4 compounds we detected. So this, the conclusion of my study is, this was the first study carried out in altitude, carried out on the altitude effect or location effect on the plant bioactivity and the chemical composition from Benzorum. Mecania micrantha plant extract from MNP location, it showed high amount of total phenolic content and total flavonoid content, where even showed higher antioxidant activity and cytotoxic activity also. Even similarly, Azeritum houstonianum plant extract from Moreland National Park, it shows good cytotoxic activity from MNP compared to DTR location. 20 phenolic compound from MNP location from Azeritum houstonianum plant extract were found, whereas 17 compound were present in Azeritum houstonianum DTR location. 14 phenolic compound were present in Mecania micrantha from MNP location, whereas 12 compound were present in Mecania micrantha DTR location. So I am audible still, right? No one is missing. I thought, why my if I have cut the internet connection or what? Yeah. So 7 volatile compounds were found in Azeritum houstonianum MNP plant extract, while only 2 volatile compounds were present in Azeritum houstonianum DTR plant extract. 6 volatile compounds were present in Mecania micrantha MNP location, while 4 compounds were present in Mecania micrantha DTR plant extract. So that's it. Or the reason may be because lots of research has been already done, and they are saying the plants that are at high altitude, because of the high altitude, to avoid the UV radiation or more stress, they synthesize more volatile compounds. This is the reason, volatile compounds and other compounds also, this is the reason more phytochemical composition is there in compounds that are from the Moreland National Park compared to DTR location. So that's it. I have finished within 20 minutes, I think. Any question? If I am audible now, why no one is saying anything?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm
Over to you.
hello.
Very nice presentation and very good work you are doing. It's very nice. Myself, Nisha Raghav
Okay, okay,
from East UP
okay.
near Varanasi, Balia.
So I want to tell you one more thing because in Dr. Sunita Verma lecture, I saw one question: how the medicinal plant are helpful against cancer. That thing I saw there, but then the lecture got ended. So that thing also I want to explain today. See how the cancer plant may be, I mean, beneficial or they may good against cancer. It may be because there may be the compounds. See the anti-cancer drugs, how they work. What they do, they either, I mean, there is this mitochondria that is involved with the apoptosis of the cells, right? By inducing programmed cell death, and in mitochondria, programmed cell death is by two pathway, intrinsic pathway or extrinsic pathway, and there are some enzymes involved. So there may be some compounds in plant when we take the plant extract or the herbal medicines. What happens? They may activate those hormones in our body, or they can initiate our mitochondria to initiate or activate those caspases. Caspases are the enzymes that initiate programmed cell death. So that's how, I mean, they go via. This is one thing. The mitochondrial pathway, the cell undergo the programmed cell death. And other thing is that they may activate some proteins also that can initiate the genes that repair the DNA damage, right? Because of the DNA damage and DNA mutation, or some proteins are there, some enzymes are there that are tumor suppressor genes are there that, I mean, that causes the cancer, right? I mean, some defect in them. So these plants, they initiate. First thing is programmed cell death. Other thing, they can activate the DNA repair mechanism also. That's how they plant, I mean, work as anti-cancer medicine. So any question other than that? Actually, this was this work. It was very, I mean, small. And in my first lecture also, I described all the things. That's why I was very fast today. I didn't describe lots of things. So if anyone wants anything to know, you can ask.
Hello. As this plant belongs to family Compositae,
Yes.
so Compositae plants have allelopathic potential too. Can you say something on that?
Actually, my PhD work was only on, it was focused on Asteraceae family only. Because the plants, see, lots of that oil we eat, not just like sunflower and other, they all
Yeah.
are, they all give, they all have good, I mean,
Hello.
activity, we can say.
Hello,
Yeah.
Garima ma'am.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, I'm listening.
I'm Verma from campus.
Sunita.
Hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible, madam.
Sunita, you are audible. Just speak out.
Hi. Yes, ma'am. I want to ask question, ma'am. You have done a phytochemical study only on ageratum. Don't
Yes.
you have other medicines and important plants in Mizoram as well? The place from where you are.
Yeah, actually, there I collected around 64 plants, And out of 64 plants, I did phytochemical and bioactive potential studies. 14 plants are there. Azeratum is there, Mecania and Bidens was there. And the best activity that the plant shows was Bidens pilosa. And this plant I published in that complementary and alternative medicine in BMC. You can see that paper. And the other plant was Helichrysum luteolum. That I think it is very only endemic in Mizoram only, because other place I didn't saw that plant. That plant also showed very good antibacterial activity, even cytotoxic activity also on 4 cell lines, and antioxidant activity was also very good, and chemical compounds composition was very good. Yes, madam.
My question is, मैम कि जैसे वहाँ पर जो और मेडिसिनली इम्पोर्टेंट प्लांट्स हैं उन पे वहाँ स्टडी हो रही है कि नहीं हो रही है? मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, जैसे कानपुर में जो एजिटेटम है ये तो हमारा वीड है ना, कानपुर यूपी।
इवन हमारे यहाँ भी
वहाँ पर भी
सारे प्लांट्स ये वीड ही है, बट सी क्योंकि वीड में ही हमें कुछ अच्छा देखना है ना, क्योंकि वो एकदम बहुत ज्यादा वैरायटी में मिलते हैं, आई मीन वाइडली मिलते हैं, तो जितना भी वीड था वहाँ पर।
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो नोन है, जिनके फाइटोकेमिकल्स हैव देयर मेडिसिनल इम्पोर्टेंस इन नोन टू ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन, उनसे ज़्यादा ये सिग्निफिकेंट है क्या, या ये हमें इन पे ज़्यादा फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स दिख रहा है इसलिए हम इन पे कर रहे हैं? मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, वाई यू मतलब ये फाइटोकेमिकल स्टडी वीड वाले प्लांट्स पे क्यों हुआ, जो नोन है उन पे क्यों नहीं हो रहा है वहाँ पर एजवाल में?
एक्चुअली मैम
क्या रीज़न है?
रीजन ये है, देखिए
रीजन क्या है वहाँ पर ये?
नहीं, आप सुनिए, नॉन है, एवरीबडी हैज नोन देम, फर्स्ट थिंग, एंड सेकंड थिंग इज दैट ऑलरेडी स्टडी हो चुका है उनपे। अगर आप लिटरेचर उठा के देखेंगे तो आपको पता पड़ेगा कि मतलब पेपर भरे पड़े हैं, पूरा गूगल स्कॉलर भरा पड़ा है, तो हम उन प्लांट्स को लेना चाहिए।
उस पे अभी भी उस पे स्कोप है, हर्ब्स के अभी भी स्कोप है उनकी मॉलिक्यूलर स्टडी पे, कि वो कैसे जाके बॉडी में कहाँ पर किस पे एक्शन कर रहे हैं, इस पे बहुत स्कोप है। हमारे यहाँ तो लोग करते नहीं है, इसलिए काम नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन आप उस पर काम कर रही है, इसलिए ये पॉइंट रेज किया मैंने। अभी उसको और स्टडी करने की जरूरत है।
हाँ, जरूरत है। CDRI और जो NBRI है वो इन्हीं पे काम कर रहे हैं।
वो तो कर ही रहे हैं, वो तो नोन है, वो नोन है, तो कर ही रहे हैं कि मैं
हाँ, तो एक्चुअली जब
वो लोग तो कर रहे हैं मैम, लेकिन आपके वहाँ पर एक मिनट में आपके वहाँ स्पीशीज अलग होगी, थोड़ी वैरायटी अलग होगी, डिफरेंट क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस है ना, तो उनके डेफिनेटली फाइटोकेमिकल के कंसंट्रेशन में या उससे भी चेंज आएगा, 100% चेंज आएगा।
हाँ, 100%।
तो मैं ये चाह रही थी कि अगर ऐसा कुछ काम हो सकता है ना,
इसीलिए ये पेपर जो
सजेशन।
यस मैडम, मैं समझ गई। जो ये पेपर मैंने प्रेजेंट किया है, ये लोकेशन डिफरेंस,
आपका काम बहुत अच्छा है मैम, योर वर्क इज एप्रिशिएबल, बहुत अच्छा काम है। जो मैं आपसे डिस्कस यही नहीं कर रही हूँ कि आपका काम बहुत अच्छा है, सिग्निफिकेंट है। मैं तो ये करना चाह रही थी कि जो उस पे होना चाहिए काम, ये मैं उस कंटेक्स्ट में कह रही हूँ, डोंट टेक इट अदरवाइज।
नहीं, मैं बिल्कुल अदरवाइज नहीं ले रही हूँ, मैं आपको वही बता रही हूँ कि जैसे हमारे यहाँ प्लांट होते हैं, बट पतंजलि वगैरह या जो भी तो मेडिसिन बनाते हैं, वो कहते हैं कि प्लांट
वो आपने नाम ही पतंजलि, ये सब लोग कर रहे हैं काम।
हाँ, कि वो हिमालय से लेके उन प्लांट से कलेक्ट किया हुआ है वो। तो ये करा जा सकता है।
हाँ, यस मैम। थैंक यू सो मच मैम, क्वाइट इंफॉर्मेटिव लेक्चर मैम।
थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a nice and informative lecture. Garima ma'am, you are superb today.
Thank you. So do we end this now? Or
okay, ma'am.
Question. I will give you this letter.
Atul sir. Atul sir. अतुल सर हैं वहाँ पे? आज का लेक्चर बहुत अच्छा रहा गरिमा मैम, और स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत बेनिफिशियल रहेगा, और आपका एक्सप्लेनेशन भी